Solo Parenting is pleased to welcome a new member of our On the Air family. A big issue for most solo parents is fitting everything they need into their budgets, with maybe room for a few fun non-necessities. Well, Julie Dimwatt's specialty is getting good stuff free or cheap. She knows about bargains, fines, giveaways, coupons, and more. And she'll be on the show with us every week from now on to share her knowledge with us. Julie, what have you got for us this week?
Hi, Cynthia. Thank you. The first thing I want to tell you about is a great website called FreeCycle. It's a website that's exactly what it sounds like. It's people's gently used items that they're giving away for free.
I'm a big proponent of FreeCycle. I've been a member for years.
I love it, love it, love it. And the best way to get there is you would go to yahoo.com. When you're on the main page, you look for all Yahoo sites. You go to G for groups, and then you find FreeCycle, and then you can find your local FreeCycle website. And then another great website that I wanted to tell you about was called vocalpoint.com. And once you register for VocalPoint, which is, once you register for it, you get free samples and gifts and coupons monthly right in your mailbox. And you also get a weekly newsletter via email, and which tells you about new and interesting things they're doing. And you also receive invitations to different panels that they have that could even bring you more free samples. All great stuff.
What sorts of things does VocalPoint give away?
It could be anything from deodorant to a book. I mean, it could be really vary. And the last great tip I wanted to tell you about today, now that it's springtime here in Florida and people are probably getting ready to start mulching their front yards. I don't know if you knew, but Home Depot cannot sell a ripped bag of mulch. So what they do is they place the ripped bags of mulch outside in the back by their garbage pail, and they're free for the taking. So if you didn't get enough mulch or you just need a little bit more, go grab a free bag.
Great. Let me talk a little more about FreeCycle, because I love FreeCycle. I was even a moderator on their site for a while. Yes, I'm not anymore, too busy, but I did it for a year or so, and it's a great group. You can get most anything.
Oh, absolutely.
What are some of the things you've gotten?
Well, I mean, I've seen people give away their whole homes. I have a friend who got a leather couch. I get my kids' school uniforms, lots of clothes for my children. And these are not, you know, don't think just because they're used items that they're not good. I mean, I've gotten stuff brand new with tags on them. You know, you always have the relatives send you clothes for presents, and you don't get to put them on your children, and then before you know, they're outgrown. So people give them away, and you reap the benefits.
And the people who are giving away the stuff are required to list the condition, right?
Yep, absolutely. Like if it has a hole or a stain, they usually say that, or they call it play clothes instead of good clothes. And everybody's pretty much, I've never really had an issue. Everybody is pretty much what's listed, and you really don't even have to interact with the people. Most of the time they say, when are you going to come? On Tuesday? Okay, fine, I'll put it outside my door with your name on it in a bag, and you go get it and you go home. It's fabulous.
Yeah, I love it. I've given and I've gotten, and
Same here.
It's great.
And it's even a great lesson to teach my children, because when we've gotten toys or too many, you know, things for the house or taking over the house, I teach my children, okay, well, you got this today, let's find what we can give away. And it's a good lesson to them, because they learn to
share with others. Well,
Absolutely.
That's great. Thank you so much, Julie. And I look forward, and I'm sure our viewers do too, to seeing what tips you've got for us next week.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
used to work for the airlines, and young children, who they call unaccompanied minors. They traveled, many of them traveled overseas or just nationally, and the airlines are very responsible and capable in taking care of these young children. I understand a lot of the parents are concerned, but there are some seasoned children that are traveling, and it's nothing to them. They take very good care. They meet the child at the gate. They escort the child. They bring the child personally. Sometimes they introduce to the cockpit and show them the entire airplane. And always have the child bring something not of value, but something that's important to them. They bring onto the plane, so you know it's part of mom or part of home, so they feel comfortable getting on the plane. Also on the plane too, children's ears tend to pop. So if they're able to chew gum or suck on candies or something to that effect so their ears don't pop. But the flight attendants will always be there taking care of, the ground crew will always be taking care of the child. So there's really no great reason for concern. Even at the arrival, the crew stays with whether it's the air crew or the ground crew, always stays with the child until they get to the person that they're supposed to be with. And they sign off with them, and it's just a very safe transition, and it probably could be a very enjoyable flight as well for the child. So you can discuss this with the child beforehand, and it can be quite enjoyable, and let the child know the adventure that they're going to be on as well.
Exactly, and that's the important part, to make it seem like an adventure instead of something to be feared. Preparation, as you say, is very important. Make sure they pack things that are, you know, familiar and comfortable with them, and it is important to do it way ahead of time. You know, have them pack their luggage at first, and then you go over it to see what you can change, but make it be the things that they want to bring, and in that way, when they get to where they want to be and get to the father's house, they don't feel lost or feel alone, but at least they have some kind of familiarity around them.
Right, I think it's important actually, like you said, when they get to the father's house, when they arrive on their trip, that they have an idea already of where they're going, not just maybe look at pictures of people that they're going to meet when they get there, and also just know, you know, if they're going somewhere they've never been before, a little bit of history about the state that they're going to or the city that they're going to, if there are any high points or things of interest that they might go see while they're there, for them to have an idea of what's in store on their adventure.
What about having the father send pictures of his new home to the kids so that they have an idea what what Daddy's new house looks like, and their room, or the place where they'll be sleeping, even if it's just a pull-out sofa in the living room.
And yeah, that is very important too. And going to the library sometimes, because the library has a lot of resources that you can use with pictures, sometimes films of different places, and also even something about riding the plane. They have a lot of good films that you can watch to prepare them. Maybe have them watch a movie of a child traveling by themselves that turned out to be a positive experience, and let them feel that it is not so much that you're leaving me and not coming back. It's an adventure. You're going to someplace, then you're going to learn something new, and it will be fun, so they wouldn't feel so alone and left out when they get to their.
And if you have a video cam as well, if you can talk to the dad, maybe Dad could walk around with a video cam and show the house, and this is where you're staying.
That's what Cynthia said.
So
that's good idea.
That could be also another avenue, so the child can see in person and not walking into something strange. It'll be a little less unfamiliar.
And do not get clingy when you get to the airport and start crying.
Oh, yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, just let them go. You cry later in the car or whatever, but let them see that you're happy when they're leaving and everything is cherry, so they wouldn't feel so, you know, alone or abandoned when they go on the plane, or worry about you.
That's true.
That's
Put
the
a
worst
call
thing.
into Mom while you're there, or call when you land.
Exactly. Let them feel that they don't have to worry about you when they leave.
Right.
And then next time when they go, everything will be smooth sailing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's good. And then maybe if you can't afford it, you could maybe go with them and stay in a hotel someplace close by. Is that okay?
Some families would be good.
What about their bringing things with them to keep them occupied at Dad's house, since they probably won't be talking to Dad 24/7?
I would minimize that, like bringing their toys. Maybe have the father prepare things for them there, because one of the things that you don't want to do is to have the other parent thinking that you are making your presence felt in their environment. So you kind of have them leave certain things up to what the other parent would do, the trusted judgment that they would have preparation or prepare other toys or other things that they would be comfortable with also.
Again, depends
Alleviate
on
the luggage,
Right.
the amount of luggage that you have to send.
of course, and the age of the child and the sex of the child. DS game. No, don't bring like the big Wii stations or anything like that.
Right.
But the small things that the children, electronic games that they like,
Yeah,
coloring
favorite
book,
teddy bear or
Something that
like
can
that, a
entertain
blanket.
for a long period of time.
Right.
music that they like to listen to on an iPod. So absolutely.